Hey, this is MVA Joshua. I'm down in the Mississippi. There are birds. It's raining. Doesn't seem to be windy though, so that's a plus. And I have decided that it's probably time to start going daily with these videos again. And I'm walking downstairs right now, so and I'm going to talk a little bit about the whys of that. And it's really not a self-centered story about why I need to make something every day. It's more about a principle of creation, I think. So at one point I wondered if I was making these videos too often. It felt like I was retreading certain topics, and it was hard to adequately distribute them. So it doesn't take a ton of time, but it takes some effort to write a description. It takes some effort to post the thing to Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and blah blah blah, and maybe make a little kind of teaser clip of it and whatnot. And if you get really busy, it's really easy to skip it, and then it's easy to potentially run into a thing where you have a week backlog, and so then you start to judge it, and you're like, well, like now there's a week of them, maybe I'll just put out this one, and all of a sudden it's been 2 weeks since you posted something, and then it starts to have this lag between. So what's the point? So the point is that when I started recording again in the spring, I decided, well, maybe I'll just do once a week. And the thing I've realized is once a week is too much to keep track of for me. So I was doing this, I would do a little something on Instagram, I'd record an anchor, and I was trying to do all these things like once a week on some kind of publishing schedule. But the fact of the matter is, the way my work is, a publishing schedule is really difficult for me to keep and to keep track of. What I'm doing right now doesn't make any income. It doesn't take precedence over anything else in my life. So it's really difficult then to say, okay, like every Tuesday you're going to do this and blah, blah, blah. And then there's a Tuesday meeting, and then you got to do something after work on Tuesday, or by the time you're driving home, knowing you need to record a video, but you're not, there's too much friction to stop and do it. And you want to get home with your kids and whatever, all the excuses. But whether the excuses are blown out of proportion or not, there's still things that stop you from doing something, and you can either deconstruct them or you can work with them. And it's occurred to me that the way I am, I'm a creature of habit. If I do something once a week, I might as well not do it at all. For me, what works best is to do something every day, take whatever lapse in quality might come out of that. So for example, maybe sometimes there'll be a boring video, maybe I'll rush it, maybe I won't have as much time to think it through, but I know that in the long run, the best thing for me is do it daily and carry that thread day to day. And I think that daily thread is the thing that maybe makes these good. It's not as if I've noticed, for example, a better level of engagement doing it less versus more often. And if anything, I notice weird things where there's random videos where I think like, why did I do that? And then all of a sudden, like, that's the video that people are watching and talking about or making comments on. So doing it daily is really about understanding my own DNA and my own creative process, and just kind of realizing that the way that I work, my best bet is just to hit it every day. My best bet is to design a little something every day. It's to eat the same stuff every day. It's to try to go to bed at the same time every day. Like, it's kind of a bad habit, but I watch TV every single night, and it might seem like a weird habit to keep up, but that is easier to me, or it's not easier. It's more productive for me to assume that I need an hour of my time to watch something on Netflix every day than to try to schedule out, okay, I'll just watch stuff on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, or whatever that might be. I think a huge part of productivity, especially for creative people maybe, and depending on the way your brain is wired, like I very clearly have an addictive personality. I make a habit out of something, and I just do it until I don't know, I get bored, and then maybe I detox. It just doesn't work for me not to do something every day. And so that's why I'm gonna start doing these every day. And I started doing like a little design project where I design just a simple kind of typographic thing for 10 minutes. and just do it once a day, it, for whatever reason, that lets me be productive. And I think a huge part of creative productivity as an adult for me has just been not learning anything about art or design or whatever. It's just learning what habits make me productive and what ways of working make me productive. For me, that's basically double down on my addictive personality and do this shit every day. All right, so that's today's video. Thanks a lot for watching, and leave a question or comment if you got one, and for sure subscribe because, well, because there'll be a shitload of videos. All right, thanks.